Hello everybody, it is Samantha again. Today's video, I just figured I'd do a little bit of a color and chat with me. Full transparency, I am not doing the greatest with my mental health at the moment, and I figured maybe a little bit of coloring would help with that. I just have this Creative Haven Country Kitchen Charm coloring book. When I got these, I'm gonna be honest, I was more ambitious than I actually wanted to be when it came to coloring. I don't want to be that detailed. I want the childhood coloring books, the ones that have really big pictures and big areas to like fill in, because the act of coloring, just like the repetitive swiping and stuff, is what I get out of coloring. Like I love that kind of stuff. I don't really care what it looks like as long as the monotony of filling a color in, filling a space in with a color is done. And so a lot of the pictures in here, they have teeny tiny little details that, I'm going to be honest, I just don't really want to color. I don't want to color them. I found one page though that has a lot of larger images to color, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just have the Crayola Super Tips washable markers. I'm trying to do the hobbies and things that I have around the house currently, because, well, if you're new here, thank you for clicking on the video. But a little bit of the backstory of what this channel is about is I lost my job a week ago. I was let go because the company could no longer afford to keep me on. It was nothing to do with me. I don't blame them. I know how hard it was for them to let me go. And in that, this channel is going to be trying out different hobbies and trying different things to see what I like and what I don't like, and kind of figure out who I am as a person, because I've made it to 36 years old, and I don't really know who I am. Like, if someone was to ask me that question, I wouldn't be able to answer it. The biggest thing that I am is a Christian. Like, I'm never going to hide that on this channel. I'm never going to, like, you're going to see some things that have to do with Christianity on my channel. That's just going to happen because I live my life for my Lord Jesus Christ. But in terms of me as a person, this is about a self-discovery type of thing. And this I got from a family member for Christmas a couple years ago, I think. Yeah, it was a couple years ago. And so this was just around. I didn't have to pay any money for it. And so we're going to go ahead and just do this. I intend to chat while I'm coloring, but sometimes I get lost in the minutia of it. And so if I don't talk for a while, I will try and have my husband help me put some music over it. But we're gonna go through it in the hopes that I don't have to do that. And so with this one, I see some lemons here, so I'm gonna grab ooh, this one has a scent. What scent does it have? Ooh, bananas. No, thank you. Let me see how that smells. I can't really smell it, so they must be old enough where the smell doesn't bother me any. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do this. I intend to chat while I'm coloring, but sometimes I get lost in the minutia of it. And so if I don't talk for a while, I will try and have my husband help me put some music over it. But we're going to go through it in the hopes that I don't have to do that. And so with this one, I see some lemons here, so I'm going to grab ooh, this one has a scent. What scent does it have? Ooh, bananas. No, thank you. Let me see how that smells. I can't really smell it, so they must be old enough where the smell doesn't bother me any. Okay, so We're going to do a yellow here just to get the lemons going. But today has been a little bit of a rough day. I am going through the process of waiting to see whether I am accepted or not for unemployment, or unemployment insurance, I guess is what it's called. And that involves obviously very heavily looking for a job. And I'm kind of realizing that all the jobs that I qualify for, I don't want. I don't want them. And that's kind of got me a little bit depressed. I suffer from the winter blues anyway, most of the time, whenever that season comes around. And this on top of what already becomes a pretty melancholy type of season for me it's been a lot. It's been a lot on my mental health, and I'm trying to keep a good spirit about it. I'm trying to not get into my head too much with all of the things that could go wrong. Because my paycheck at the time was the largest one coming into our household. And yeah, that's a little scary when you lose that. It's scary. And I am trying to handle it the best that I can. My husband has been amazing through all of this. I fully expected more freak out, but currently I am the only one freaking out. And so that's been very helpful. My husband is so great. I love him so much. But sometimes you just can't get past some of the things in your head. And that's kind of where I've been at today. I've started looking at more side hustle type things to do for some extra money to come in, because we would love to stay in our current apartment if we can. My husband runs a candle business out of the second bedroom, and so it would be really nice if we didn't have to pack all that up and figure out a way to work in an even smaller space. But, you know, what's going to happen is going to happen. The Lord is going to provide for us. We are fully believing in that. But it's hard. It is hard. And if you are going through that, just know I understand. I get it. I don't know why I'm making these carrots striped, but I am. But yeah, so I've been putting in 2 to 3 job applications a day. But like I said, it's all for stuff that I don't really necessarily want. I wasn't happy in my life the way that it was before. And when you have a job like that, it takes a whole lot of your mental capacity. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I just got done filming. This looks like the exact same color. I just got done filming a video for my other channel. I do have a / slightly monetized YouTube channel. I originally started it as an ASMR channel, and I quickly got bored with that kind of content. There wasn't a whole lot of creativity coming out of me for that particular type of content. And so I did a little bit of a content shift to where I'm doing a sit down Bible study chat thing every day now that I no longer have a job. And I'm making like pennies a day. I'm making pennies a day on that particular channel. But I mean, pennies are better than nothing. I can't be upset about that. I mean, my brain would like to be upset about that, but I'm doing my best to not let it. Let's see what, does anything else here need some orange? I hear a kitty somewhere. Don't know where she's at. She's probably going to come up on the table any moment here. Yes, I hear you. Hi. My cat Gemma is down here. You can't really see her too much. You can see her paw. She is a tortie. She's probably going to jump up here, but I have two cats. I mentioned that in one of my other videos. One is a black tortie. That's Gemma. She's the one that you just saw. And then one is a orange tabby. That is Olive. You'll probably see a lot of them throughout the videos, just because most of the time Olive is glued to my side at all times. Not when I'm at the dining table, because there's not a soft place for her to just sit and be. But she is here. She's just over there on the couch. But yeah, I don't really know what I was saying before that. One thing I don't like about these markers is it's very hard to put them back in their little spots. There we go. All right, so let's try a red here. I think that's more of a berry red. But anyway, yeah, so I've been doing that every single day. I sit down, do a large Bible study in the morning, write down notes on things the Holy Spirit has led me towards, and then I end up doing a recording in the afternoon, and I upload it the next day to that YouTube channel. If you guys are interested in that kind of content, that YouTube channel is Samantha J Speaks. And so I'd love to see you over there if you're interested in that kind of thing, but if you're not, I totally get it. I do like coloring, but yeah, I need to get some more like little kid coloring books, like go to the Dollar Tree or something and pick up several of them. That would be something I want to do. I'm still going about my day as if I have a job. I just am putting more effort towards like this channel and my other channel than I am towards actually finding another job at the moment. Mostly because I need income, as I'm sure a lot of other people are in the same boat. Just coloring in the cherries here. But see, it's so hard. I have some Diet Pepsi over here because I talk a lot on that video, and so my mouth is already dry. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about, and I don't want to keep you guys for very long, mostly because my attention span does not go that long when I am coloring in this type of coloring book. I will eventually get bored of it and stop like halfway through. I have another page that's like that, where I started it and I didn't want to spend the hour or so that it was going to take to actually finish it. So maybe I don't like coloring in this sense. Maybe I just like the repetitive motion and the brain off activity. I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions, you can put those in the comments for me to try. Actually, with that, if you know of anything that is like super cheap or free to try as like a hobby, put that in the comment. I'd love to know. I'd love to get some ideas and suggestions of different things. Like right now, the only things, the only things that I am currently going to be able to do is the coloring. I have one singular puzzle that we got for a Christmas gift not that long ago. I have some diamond paintings that I got several years ago with this. There was one Christmas where I really wanted to be a girl who did hobbies, but by the time I got off of work, my brain was dead and I didn't want to do anything at the end of the day. And so I never ended up getting around to them. And so that's part of what this is. I'm getting around to trying those things out to see if I actually like them. And yeah, so I've got the diamond painting over there. I've got a box full of like needle felt things. I'm pretty sure they're like little woodland animals to create with needle felting. So I'm going to try that out on camera with you guys. And so I need to get used to speaking to a camera just casually. And so that's kind of what this video is. I understand it can sometimes be a little awkward. And people lose interest quickly. I get that. We live in a society today where we have a 1, 2, 3 minute. Is that the way that goes? No. We live in a 1, 2, 3 minute attention span type of society right now. I think that's maybe taking a little bit of a turn. Maybe not as much as we'd like, but it is taking a little bit of a turn. I want a brighter green. I understand that you guys can't really see that, can you? But I don't really know what else to talk about. The only things that I have on my mind at the moment are figuring out what to do for this channel, making sure that I keep the house in order, make sure that I have food ready for dinner in the evening, content for my other channel, the Bible Chats channel, and yeah, and church and Bible study like that. Those are the main things on my mind at the moment. I've kind of talked about all of those. I don't want that for the rest of that. Okay. Yeah, if they could have figured out a different way to put these to where I could probably take them out. They're all in these individual like little boxes in there. I could probably take that out, but then it would just be a sea of markers inside of this box, and the colors wouldn't stay together as well. What do I want to do? I have not finished the apple, so let's go ahead and finish the apple. Anybody else like the sound that markers make on paper? Like that teeny tiny little scratchy? And my cat's gonna jump up here any second now. Yep. Okay, you can't see her, so hopefully she stays over there. But, yep, she's on the table now. She's a very curious little girl. I say little, but she's technically an old woman now. She's 7 years old. Her and her sister, they're from the same litter. So yeah, that one's good. What color do we want the oven mitts? I'm thinking teal and brown. I don't know why, but that just sounds good right now. Teal and brown. It's a very, like, I don't know, was it big back then? I was going to say a 2000s color combination, but, oh, now I got the other one. They are both wondering what the heck I'm doing because I don't normally do this kind of thing. And what brown do I want? Is this a good brown? Ooh, it's one of the scented ones. S'mores. I kind of get a smell with this one, but not much of one at all. But yeah, I think that's a good combination. All right. So let's do the little polka dots in teal. But yeah, I've always owned animals. I grew up on we started off on a farm, then we moved into town, then we moved back to a farm when I was younger. And we've always had dogs, cats, chickens, pigs, cows, etc. And so I'm very comfortable around animals. I've thought about, with some spare time, going and seeing if there's any socializing that needs to be done with the Humane Society. That could be something that I can do. But think I'm going to finish these oven mitts and then just call it a day for the video, because I don't want to have you guys on here for too long. But I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I'm trying to make it as mostly interesting but realistic as possible. I have no intention of like being an influencer or anything like that. I'm a normal average person, and that is going to come across in my videos. And if that's the kind of content and people you want to follow, I would love to have you around. Sorry, that one was a little bit more intricate. But yeah, I plan on taking you guys to go get a library card in the next video. I have lived in my current city now for 6+ years. No, almost 6 years. Almost 6 years. I moved here October 2020. But yeah, I've lived here for almost 6 years, and I have yet to go and get a library card. And I want to do that. I haven't had a library card since I was in elementary school, I think. It was, and I don't even remember how we got that. I know it was some initiative by my town for all the elementary school people to have a library card. And so that was the reason that we took a field trip to the town library. And we all were given our very own library cards. Didn't use it a whole lot because I lived out in the country and wasn't ever in town, but yeah, so that's going to be the next video coming up. Will be me taking you guys to go get a library card and what all that entails, if you've never done it before, all the different things that you can do with a library card. I plan on covering all of that in the video. All right, I think I'm done with the teal. Now let's, all right, come on, where'd the teal come from? There's an empty spot there, I'm just gonna put it here. At some point in the coming week or weeks, I will be taking you to go on a budget grocery trip. I'm gonna show you what I do to figure out what I need for the meals, and then take you along with me to the grocery store. We'll see if they let me film in there. I don't see why they would have a problem as long as I don't film other people. You know what? I think that looks good. I was going to fill the, I don't know if you can see that. I was going to fill these oven mitts here with the brown, but I honestly think it looks good with the white and teal, and then the brown accents on the cuff and the sides, like the brown trimming. And so we're gonna go ahead and call that good. I told you, I kind of stop in the middle. I get disinterested pretty quickly in these type of coloring pages. I think there's another one in here somewhere where I started it and just kind of gave up. It has a lot of fruit and stuff in it. There we go. Yeah. So like I colored the fruit, but I did not color really anything else. But maybe next time I will get a child's coloring book and be able to do it with that. And so I don't have to think so much when I'm doing it. But anyway, I hope that you liked today's video. I know it was kind of more of a chill, just kind of hang out with me type of chit chat video. I will do more like these. I am still trying to kind of discover what this channel is going to be and how it's going to go. And so if you're liking the content, please consider giving that thumbs up button a click and subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.